Welcome back, crew. We got a lot to cover today. We got Bitcoin hanging out right around 118,500. We got Ethereum soaring towards 4,000. We got tremendous things happening today, man. We got what's the Solana, Doge, XRP are all waking up. Meme coins, they're exploding. Institutional inflows are definitely rotating. We got Bitcoin dominance down. We got 77 million in altcoin unlocks. Fresh US integrations, the lowest Bitcoin dominance that we've seen in months. Man, we're going to break it all down. This could be one of the days that changes everything. All right, crew, make sure if you come on over here and you give us a like, make sure that you hit subscribe, and don't forget to come on over to X and follow us on X, where we talk about Bitcoin, crypto all day, every day. We are crypto maniacs. Let's get right into it. We got Justin's trade that's firing up in Bitcoin right now. I'm going to take you on over to WeX, the broker of our choice, and show you that trade position. As it stands right now, he's long at 116,999. Yesterday, we came back and touched that price, came back to his entry price. He held fast, trading right now at 118,585. If you were in the live streams, you could have got hold of the first one, and maybe even potentially yesterday I told you about it. You could have grabbed it, scooped the coin back down there for a nice little run right now for 13.54%. Make sure you do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. I just give advice here. All right, so let's check out this Bitcoin trade right here as it stands. Right now, what Justin was expecting was he was expecting a pullback to right around here before the takeoff. Now, there are some levels that have to hold, and we're going to cover that in the next slide. But right now, as it stands, he didn't get that full retrace, but he's in good shape right now. I'm going to take you over to the 2-hour chart right here. I'm going to show you our 2-hour famous chart. Here's Justin's standing order that was filled. All right, so what are the important points? Well, we know that the market has to get over 119,297 for like a show of strength. If I come on over, and I'm going to put a box around this, so I quickly did that so you didn't have to see me fumble through where the box was. But anyway, this is the consolidation that we're seeing right now in Bitcoin. Okay, so in order for Bitcoin actually to re-lift off again, it needs to take out this top, obviously. But first step is has to get above this 119,000, say 300 level. Now we know that Bitcoin has to hold these levels that we pointed out before. Actually, well, I'll talk about this right now. CME market cap has still not been filled. Okay, I thought, it was going to be filled. There's still a potential for it to be filled. So we're not out of the woods yet. We're not breaking free of this gap yet. Now, we know that the levels that have to hold that we put out don't close below 115,700. If we do, we can get further consolidation to the downside. We're thinking 110, 109,000 for like a good buy area, and the emergency like level where we started this whole rally from was that 106. If you remember, we went back in time, that like 106 was a biatch, and eventually we broke free from it and made the new all-time high at that 120. 3,120 level. All right, so right now, Bitcoin itself, as we said, Bitcoin is sitting right around 118,000, like 600, right? We got a range today between 116,776 and 119,524. We popped the top of the box, but we couldn't hold above the box to like reconsolidate and then try to take out this 120,000, like $121,000 level. So right now resistance stands 121,000, and of course at the all-time high, and also really at our little mini 119,297. Right now, right, if we showed this consolidation box right here, and we also said that the CME market gap remains open. All right, now institutional demand is still holding up on Bitcoin. Institutional demand is still holding up. Right now, IBIT pre-market is 67.38. Pre-market, it's up 1.05%, about 70 cents on it. So this is the pre-market. So we know that, IBIT is one of those secret little indicators. So make sure that you stay on top of IBIT. All right. Now, again, short-term levels that have to hold 115.7, 109,000 is a deeper retrace area. I think this would be a really super area to buy. Now, if we come on over to Bitcoin's like blueprint, and this is a really sexy chart, okay? We got the same parabolic arcs, same timing, same explosive end. 2017 and 2021 were just previews. 2025 is the main event. Don't let history repeat without you. We know overall where Bitcoin is going. We know where it's going. It is going much, much higher. Much, much higher. All right, now I'm going to move on over to Ethereum, okay? And Ethereum, the most hated rally, the most hated rally. You know, now Ethereum is the ultimate like glow up. Once the nerdy girl that nobody invited to the party with all pimples, and now she's in a limo as prom queen of crypto high. I mean, Ethereum was a girl that was hit with the ugly stick in 2022. Now she's the one everyone's simping for. You know, the glow up on Ethereum this day and age is just freaking criminal. But we were pointing it out. We were pointing it out before. So right now, Ethereum is trading around 3,810, up about 2 to 3% on the today's range between 3,700 and 3,813. Now, we got a golden cross that confirmed. Ethereum printed a golden cross versus Bitcoin. Because what's happening in Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin dominance is falling and the other altcoins are starting to eat into it, which is a good sign for altcoin season, right? But right now we're seeing like where the smart real altcoin cycle begins in this chart itself. So if I come over and I show you Ethereum versus Bitcoin versus Ethereum, okay? What happened right now is that the rotation has started. The same signal as 2020, same exact chart. Back then, Ethereum went vertical. This time, it's bigger, faster, and institutional. Institutions are grabbing Ethereum. So really, you just got to stay on top of Ethereum right now. You know, you got to make sure you're paying attention to Ethereum. We'll guide you through. You know, we took some profits in Ethereum just yesterday. You know, and we're watching Ethereum very closely because if there's a breakout, we're going to jump in on it. That's why you got to get in the live stream. Okay, you got to get in on the live stream. Now, what's behind it? You know, BlackRock is buying Ethereum like mad, and Ethereum staking ETF is coming. This isn't the moment to be bearish on this coin, okay? So I want to come on over and I want to show you this chart right here, Ethereum, the bear trap that was set a few times, okay? It's replaying the 2020 script again, okay? We had, you know, a descending breakout, a final. We had a right here, right on this chart. We had a descending, we had a bear trap right here, a small one, but then look at this, the vertical move, and we're in the same exact position today. Okay, the explosion is loading. Last time it was an 1,800% rally. This time, BlackRock is involved. Like I just said, BlackRock is buying this like mad. And as I said just recently, 2 seconds ago, Ethereum staking ETF is coming. It isn't the moment to be bearish on this at all. Don't be bearish at all. So what do we got going on? All right, so we got Bitcoin itself that's consolidating near its highs. We showed you that chart. We put the little box on the marketplace for you to see where the consolidation is actually happening. These are the levels you got to pay attention to. If we drop down below, we could come back down to that 115,008, the level that we say is the line in the sand that has to hold. Don't close below this, and we're good. All right, also, the dominance is slipping. It is now slipping below 61%, sparking rotation. Ethereum is showing some serious strength. Again, once the most hated rally is actually really starting to flex its muscles, ETF hopes and fresh institutional flows are powering it up. Now, I'm going to move on to altcoins, okay? Again, we got to focus on the Bitcoin dominance chart, okay? We could see the Bitcoin dominance falling. Again, that doesn't mean Bitcoin's falling. It means that other coins are eating into Bitcoin, which means alt season is on fire right now. If we come on over to the total market cap, which I showed you yesterday, altcoins are on fire. Market cap up 40 to 46%, with 6% flowing out of Bitcoin. Now, we've seen 7 straight days of capital rotating into Ethereum in mid-small caps. Now, it's not confirmed yet, but this has all the signs of an early alt season. If we're looking at this chart right here, okay, we got a falling wedge that was broken out right here again. 3 times it came down and touched the support before it broke out. Look at the RSI. See the RSI take off right there? We had the breakout right here. We got RSI bouncing again perfectly off of support. 2-time touch, breakout happening. Man, the last time this triggered, portfolios didn't grow, they exploded. So the key catalyst to watch, altcoins right now, 77 million are coming this week. Keep your eye on AVAL July 23rd and Roinan in July 27th. The new Genius Act just passed, banning yield-bearing stablecoins and boosting DeFi buzz around Ethereum itself. Notable movers that we got to pay attention to. Look at Solana up 6 to 7%. Dogecoin, meme coin mania returning up 6 to 7% today. XRP quietly grinding it out, potential breakout soon. And don't forget HBAR. Don't forget HBAR. I want to show you HBAR really quickly right here and also point you to an X post. Here's a little HBAR rocking and rolling. I'm going to take you over to this post that we put up because I think it's quite important and I want you to see it for yourself. We stated, HBAR holders, are you paying attention? BlackRock, Fidelity, Street, the companies that own the bloody world. They own the world. They own everything, these companies. They just minted tokens on Hedra. Real names, real assets, real tokenization. This isn't speculation. This is real world finance going on chain. This could be the start of an RWA supercycle. Could be the start. So pay attention. Now, it hasn't exploded, out of the orbit yet because really Main Street is not paying attention. And, this could be an opportunity for you. So make sure you zero in on it, pick your points. We're not financial advisors. Do your own research. Trade with your head, not over it. But really, we think that this is really something to pay attention to. So we got Bitcoin dominance, right, falling to a 4.5-month low at 60.9%. Investors are chasing risk again. We got Bitcoin holding steady, but Ethereum and altcoins are clearly leading the charge right now. We got altcoin unlocks that could trigger sharp moves up or down. We got Ethereum at right around 4,000, could trigger the next leg of altcoin breakouts. Bitcoin staying above 118,000 with forming dominance. That's your alt season fuel. And again, keep your eye on HBAR. Okay, so if we look at Bitcoin again, these points, the CME market gap not filled, these are the points that have to hold. Don't close below, and we're well on our way if we take out the top. That means that there's so much institutional demand that really we won't get the retrace that I thought we were going to get. And hey, okay, I've been wrong many times. Sometimes I got a PhD in like bad decisions with a minor in like FAFO. That's for sure. I've been known for that. All right. So now there's been some of our crew. Some of our crew has been interested in meme coins. And I figured I went out and did a little bit of research. And right now there is a new Solana-based token with over $3 million raised already. And it's called Little Pepe meme right here. Okay. Now this is Pepe that has already 3.3 million followers on X already. Now Elon's been posting memes about this again, and the hype is real. So you can see all of Elon's posts right here. I guess he wants to get involved and add another $1 billion to his already hundreds of $1 billion. But anyway, the hype is real. Now some are calling this the spiritual successor to Pepe on Ethereum. But this time it's on Solana for fast, cheap transactions. In 2023, 2024, early buyers of the original Pepe minted multimillionaires. One trader turned 2K into 43 million. Now that's the original Pepe on Ethereum. Okay. Now he basically took 2,000 and he turned it into 43 at Pepe's peak, a mind blowing 4,700x return. But eventually he cashed out at 10 million. As timing the top is tricky, and curbing greed is even more difficult. So he enjoyed the party, but he did not dance near the door. So if you're interested in this, the pre-sale uses a smart tiered system. The more you buy, the more you get, plus holders are eligible for bonus airdrops. Now, I picked some up for myself. That's just me. Do your own research. I say, you know what? Seems like a pretty good deal for me. It's cheap enough. I invested money that I could afford and not worry about. So the more you buy, the more you get with the airdrop. So if you want in, what you do is you click this link right here and you'll be taken over to this site where you have to connect a wallet. Okay. Now, here's the thing. You can connect to your Solana wallet and fund it with Sol or US dollar tokens. Always do your own research with this stuff. It's a speculative play, but it's one with a serious meme power. So you have to basically use, a Solana wallet, like Phantom, and there's other bridges that you can use. But right now, just do your own research. Make sure you look at this seriously. Hey, you never know, man. You could be the next trader that takes 2 grand and turned it into 43 million. And if you see that price, get out, man. You enjoyed the party enough. Get out. You should be dancing near the door. So do your own research again. It's a speculative play, as I said, but it does have serious meme power. All right, before we wrap up, crew, I got to make sure you're well aware of our trading community. You click this link here, you'll be taken over to our Telegram. It's completely free to join. We drop insane alpha and trading opportunities daily in this group. Again, you can't beat the price, all right? We're going to have breakout plays, long-term gens. If you're looking to follow us with a solid broker, the broker of our choice, you click this link, you'll be taken over to WeX, the broker of our choice. Low fees, fast execution. You can see the standing orders that we have over here, where Justin's also trying to grab some XRP on a dip. Come on, come up with those standing orders. There it is. XRP open up a long at $3.30. He's trying to look on the scoop. And as you know, he has the long Bitcoin trade on right now, and it's doing quite well, up 13.54%. All right, so what do we got going on? We are early Altseason, or it's just a fake out or another Bitcoin surge. It wouldn't be bad. I know that if we look at Bitcoin dominance, it's actually falling. So therefore, if we get a surge in Bitcoin, altcoins are going to light up the screen. All right, so what do you got to do? Well, you got to come on over. You got to follow us on X, okay? You got to trade with your head, not over it. You got to do your own research. We are not financial advisors. And if you're a short-term trader, if you got a meme coin that you bought in only at 2K and it's trading where you're making 43 million, bloody well hell, enjoy the party. Dance near the door. See you soon. Cheers.